Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another interview in digital marketing for entrepreneurs. I say this for every interview, but I genuinely mean it this time. I am super freaking stoked for this one to have Miss Jeanna Pool on here. I'm going to bring her on in a second, but some amazing things that she does and she has done. She runs a $700,000 a year agency. She is a member of Dan Henry's 25K Club. She's an Amazon #1 best-selling author. And in this interview, we are going to talk about how she signed up 26 clients for her agency in just 48 hours, how she signed 14 clients into a $30,000 coaching program in just 2 weekends, and how she signed up all of her clients for an entire freaking year for her agency in just 2 to 3 weekends. So if you guys want to learn how to do all that, we're going to be discussing it on this call here. If you're here with us live right now, give us a hashtag live down below. The more engagement we get, the more people we can reach, the more people we can help. But once again, I am super stoked to have Miss Jeanna Pool here. Welcome, Jeanna.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Andrew. It's great to be here. Super excited to chat with everybody and hopefully help you guys learn how to not work so hard, right?
Yes, that is what I missed. I was going to say the lady that works smarter and not harder, the definition of it. But I kind of want to go way back to when you started your agency. And so you started your agency. How did this method develop? When did this start happening?
Yeah, that's a great question, Andrew. So I started my agency in October of 2002. So I'm going on 17 years of this, and I have some gray hair. So so when I started my agency, I'm a graphic designer and web designer by degree and trade, if you will. I have a degree in design. And so I started my agency like most people do, getting clients onesies, twosies, sending out beautiful proposals and, hoping and praying somebody signs up for my services and chasing clients and all this. And probably, I don't know how many years into that, I just got really sick and tired of it. I was burnt out. It was frustrating. I felt like I was just constantly on a hamster wheel, just going in circles. And I just was like, there has got to be a better way. And so what I started doing was I started going to conferences and trade shows and trying to learn marketing, so I could be a better marketer, a better designer for people. And I would go to these huge conferences, like marketing conferences, like Funnel Hacking Live. I've never been to Funnel Hacking Live, but for example, like a Funnel Hacking Live, right? So those kind of conferences that have thousands and thousands of people. And I started thinking, why don't I just start having these kind of myself, like teeny tiny little things? And so I think it was, I want to say in 2012, maybe 2011, I had my very first really ultra low cost local small seminar. And I'm doing this off of memory, so don't quote me on these exact numbers, but if memory serves me right, I think I had about 16 people in the room, and I taught SEO because that was one of the things that I offered as well. And it cost me maybe like $200 or $300 to put this little seminar on. It was a one-day seminar, and I made like $8,000 in one single day. And I'm like, okay, I'm on to something. And so I did that several times. And then in 2014, one of my clients who was a chiropractor, he's like, Jeanna, why don't you come to our chiropractic trade show, buy a booth and exhibit, and maybe you can get some clients that way. And I'm like, that does not work. That is so expensive. There's no way I'm going to do that. But I was like, okay, what the hell, right? Did it, and I signed 12 clients on the spot, and I was selling like a $30,000, $36,000 program. And I signed 12 clients right then and there at that event. And I was hooked. I was like, I am not doing this onesie twosie, chasing clients anymore. I'm doing these events. I'm doing either my own small seminars or my own, trade shows where I get a booth and exhibit and all this kind of stuff. And I'm signing up clients on the spot right then and there, and I'm done. And that's really how it started, Andrew. So that is actually now how I fill my agency. So I've only done 3 strategies over the years of filling my agency, and that's the trade shows, small seminars, and local networking events. That's it. I don't podcast. I don't blog. I don't, do free trials. I don't cold call. I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. I love it. I just want to say hi to everybody here. Lyle, Ollie, John, Todd, Ford, Jonathan. I'll talk to you later about that. But much love. Eric, Zach, Paul, Colin, Cheryl. We got a lot of love on here. Sarah, Brian, people love you. It looks like Jeanna is the best in the business. I would agree with that.
Thank you.
I love it.
Who said that? I'll send you a check. I'm kidding.
That's from Brad.
Thank you.
So if somebody wants to do their very first event or trade show, what have you, how do you suggest that they go about doing that, or talking to one of their clients about it, or something like that?
Yeah. So here's the big thing to understand, guys, that trade shows and events, you've really got to know what the hairball you're doing, or you can lose your shirt. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done trade shows and they're like, yeah, I wasted $5,000, $10,000. I didn't get anything from it. So there's some things to think about. First of all, is you always want to do a niche specific event. You always want to do a niche specific event. Second is you want to make sure that the intent is good. And what I mean by that, Andrew, is, so let's take chiropractors, for example, because I know a lot of agencies work with chiropractors, and, I've worked with them before and that kind of thing. So chiropractors there's a lot of chiropractic events out there. There's a lot of national trade shows. There's a lot of state level trade shows, that type of thing. When you're thinking of an event, you want to take a look at what is being presented. And is it more about being a great doctor and a great chiropractor? Or is it more about practice building, marketing, getting more patients, making more money? You want to go to those events because the intent is there. As an agency, obviously, you want to sign up chiropractors for your agency services. So you want to make sure that they're not there just to get their continuing ed credits, or that they're not there just to learn how, to get better equipment or how to do a better adjustment. You want to go to an event where they're learning how to build their business. That's key. And a lot of people miss this. So those are the 2 biggest. Another thing is you want to make sure that you have a really irresistible offer. Because again, what I do and how I package and position my services to be able to sign all these clients at one single time is I don't want this, I'll have to think it over, or I'll have to go talk to my spouse or business partner. No, I don't want anything sees over, right? So you've got to position yourself. You've got to package yourself. You've got to present an offer that's so irresistible, they will sign up right then and there, and no thinksies, right? And that's one of the big keys too. Cool.
So when you do your big pitch at the end, what is your strategy? Do you do the table rush style? Do you have just the passing out the flyers, or what does that look like?
So it depends. It depends. If you are exhibiting at a trade show, it depends. Now, if you can speak on stage, if you can pitch on stage, obviously that's going to help your cause a lot. When I signed the 26 clients in 48 hours, yes, I spoke on stage. Yes, I got to pitch on stage. So 26 doctors rushed to our booth, signed up. And then after the event, when everybody went home and told their buddies about it, we actually had 38 clients from that one event, and more trickled in over the year. So if you can speak, yes. If you can pitch in that talk, do that. But I'll tell you, If you can't do that, the way that you get people at the booth, the way that you get people to sign up is a really, really irresistible offer. So, you know, everybody talks about, well, don't discount your services, right? Because you're discounting what you do. Okay. For an event, that's complete BS. You need to make your offer so irresistible. So if you charge $5,000 a month, you need to drop it at least in half, maybe even a third, because the key is you're getting business up front on the spot. You need to have bonuses. You need to have a deadline. If they think about it, it goes away. If they think about it, the bonuses go away. So those are some things to think about as well.
That's amazing. So before we got on this interview here, you were talking about some templates that you'll be giving away, and why the hell not? Let's do it right now. So Can you tell us a little bit about those free templates?
Yeah, so I have a course called Clients in Bulk, and in that course, I give my students literally about $10,000 worth of templates. So it's trade show booth templates, it's flyer templates, business card templates, website, et cetera, et cetera. So I have sign-up sheet templates. So the order form that you use at these events to actually get people to sign up right there on the spot, I have 5 of them. And they're designed in a way that makes it really easy for people to see what you're offering, make it irresistible. You know, a confused mind always says no. So that's why you have to lay out your order form really, really well. So I have 5 of these that I'll give everybody, and they're in a PDF, Publisher, and an Adobe Illustrator file. So you have all 3 files, use whatever you want, and you've got 5 free templates for that. So I'll give those to everybody.
That's amazing. So if you guys want those templates, hashtag templates down below. I was almost selfish and I was like, Jeanna, just let me have them. Don't let my audience have them. Like, that sounds so amazing. But she's giving them away for free. Hashtag templates down below if you want that. And you just said something that I've never heard before, which was a confused mind always says no.
Yes. A confused mind always says no. I think I first learned that from Dan Kennedy. And basically it's the concept of, you know, your offer, your pitch, what you're presenting has to be so crystal clear that it's like, yeah, I want this. If it's like, you know, 3 different offers and 3 different tiers, and it's just all this convoluted stuff, you're not going to sell anything, because a confused mind will always say no. So
that is so good. I might get that tattooed on my body. That is so fucking awesome. That is amazing. And everybody wants your templates. We got Peter here, Tasha, Robert, Sarah, Zach. You're going to be sending a lot of links, Jeanna. Jamal, Alex, Brian. Sarah says, I love it. So true. Patrick, Lyle, Sebastian, they all want your templates. And since we only have 5 people on the live right now, and yet we have like 20 comments.
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but
that takes such a hard hit at my ego when I always see like 2 people on the live right now.
Like crickets. Oh, yeah. Right. So Andrew, I'll get the link and you can give it out however you normally do this. Yeah, happy to do that. So we talked a little bit about niche specific trade shows. So that's where you buy a booth, you go to the trade show. If you can talk, you can speak from stage. That's really, really good. Here's a secret, one more secret with that before, and then I want to talk about some other ways to sign clients at one time. Pay to speak. Pay to speak. A lot of people don't know when they go to these conferences and trade shows that some of the presenters, they've actually paid to present. Now, if you can do that, if you have the budget to do that, if the organization will let you do that, that can be really, really great. You can pay for a small speaking spot, maybe a 10 or 15 minute speaking spot, and then you can pitch. Some organizations will not let you pitch from stage. That's totally okay. If you can still pay to get on stage, that builds authority. Now you're an authority figure because you're on stage, you're teaching, you're presenting. So that's another secret. Another one of the methods that I use for signing up all my clients at one time is local, very low cost, small seminars. Now, I do not mean 20, 50, 100 people in a room. That's a big seminar. That's not a small seminar. I'm talking about 3 people, 5 people, 7, 8, 10 small seminars. These, Andrew, people can do for less than $500, oftentimes less than $1,000. Just kind of depends on where you are in the world, you know. But you can get, you know, 5, 6, 8, 10 people in a room for a half-day seminar, maybe a full-day seminar. And basically, you are teaching what you know. You're teaching your knowledge and expertise. Maybe it's Facebook ads for, you know, plumbers, okay? You're teaching a room of plumbers how to do Facebook ads the right way. This is really, really powerful, and you can sign lots of clients up this way and just one day, half day, weekend kind of thing, because again, you're the authority figure. You're teaching them, you're giving them really great info. And then of course, you make a pitch, and it's the same strategy. So it's an irresistible offer. You've got bonuses, you have a deadline. And that's how, I mean, like literally 4 weekends, I think it was 4 weekends ago, like, what are we? So it was January 11th. Yeah, I sold 3 people into a $30,000 program. They actually paid up front, so there was a little bit of a discount. And I made $73,500 in 1 weekend. This was a 2-day event, and there you go. So,
wow, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, and there were 6 people in the room, and 3 bought. I've done it.
Doesn't need to be a big event.
Yeah, it doesn't. I've done this. And, yeah, and Andrew, I was telling you before we actually went live. So in April of last year, I made $202,000. There were 8 doctors in a room. I sold 7 of them. July made $206,000. Again, 8 doctors in the room, sold 7 of them. So you don't need tons and tons of people to make this work. You just don't.
So what does that seminar look like when you're teaching them how to do these things? Is it, I know people are somewhat scared of giving too much away. Right. What is your thought about that?
Yeah. So again, this is a very technical term. I think that's BS. Okay. It's what everybody, I understand, because I used to feel the same way. I used to be like, oh, hold it in, right? Don't get, and that's complete head trash. And when I learned to not do that, I sold people more, right? Head trash. You can use that.
I forgot that you used that saying. That's so funny.
Yeah. It's head trash. So, so what the small seminar looks like is you can do a half day. So like a 9 a.m. to a 1 p.m. That's considered a half day, or a full day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can kind of do the black belt ninja version and do a 2-day seminar, which is basically, you know, a Friday, Saturday. Don't start there. Start with a half day, 9 a.m. to 1. Okay. And what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to teach them everything you can in that half day to get a result. So again, if it's Facebook ads for plumbers, teach them big mistakes not to make. Teach them how not to get their account banned. Teach them what kinds of ads they need to focus on and what they can forget about. Teach them the type of graphics that work well. Teach them the type of text and targeting that works well. Essentially, what you want to do is you want to give them value, because here's the thing, Andrew, you are charging for these seminars. These seminars are not free. You are charging $27, $47, $97. You charge a little bit. Don't charge like 1,000, because you're not trying to make money on the actual seminar. You're getting skin in the game, and then you're going to pitch. But if somebody paid $47, let's say, for a half-day seminar, they want value. They don't want it to be a sales pitch, right? It builds your expertise. It builds your authority. They fall in love with you. And no matter what, even if they buy or they don't, they're going to feel like, I'm able to walk out here and do some of these things on my own. And that's going to build the trust with you. 99% of the time, even if they didn't buy at the seminar, they're going to contact you later on and say, you know what, I need your help. That happens to me all the time. So don't hold back. Really give and teach people what they need to know.
I love that. And you do charge a little bit for these programs, just so we can
Yes.
reiterate that.
Yes.
$27, $47, $97 to get the credit card out initially,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. So I do not do free events. I do not recommend free events. If you want to do free, it's okay to do like a free 1 hour talk. That's fine. It's very, very hard to sell a $30,000 program from a 1 hour talk. That's hard. You got to be real good. People do it, but you got to be real good. You know, Russell Brunson does it. He sells millions from stage, but he's good, right? So if you're going to sell like a big program, the $30,000 program that we sell, it's a 2-day small seminar. They're paying $497 to get there. We're giving them outrageous value. We're teaching them everything they need to know. And then we're making a pitch for additional help. So if you do a half-day seminar, charge $27, $47, $97. Give outrageous value. Same thing, full day seminar, $27, $47, $97. Something to have skin in the game, something to have them committed to coming, but over deliver for them.
Cool. I love it. So in your program, when you teach this, do you teach people how to get people to the events as well?
Yes, there are a bazillion ways to do this. The way that I have always filled my small seminars is I filled it through being a member of BNI, Business Network International, visiting other BNI groups, visiting other leads groups and chambers of commerce and telling everybody about the event there, having them sign up on the spot for the event. So that's another secret. You know, most people have cell phones, right? Most people have Stripe. You can get little swipers, you know, that you attach and swipe their credit card right then and there, get them registered right then and there, or have sign-up sheets. That's what I did, just paper sign-up sheets. And guess what? That's in your templates. So you can have the sign-up sheets. Get them signed up right there. So I've done it through leads groups, chambers, BNI. I've also filled my events through Facebook ads. So actually doing Facebook ads to fill the event. And right now, I didn't start like this, but right now I have a salesperson helping me fill events as well. My students, they're doing all kinds of different ways. One student, her name's Mary Ann. She is a rock star in cold calling. She loves to cold call. I would hate that, but she is phenomenal at it. She cold calls doctors, plastic surgeons, cosmetic dentists. She fills her seminars that way. I have another student who's a rock star with cold emails. She does phenomenal with that. I've never done cold emails, but she fills her seminars with that. For real estate agents, she's gotten like 10, 12, 15, 18 real estate agents. There's lots and lots of ways to do this. You know, if you're, again, let's say plumbers, most states and most cities have a plumbing association. You can call them and, you know, blast out everything to their members if they'll let you do that. Post on their website, post in the calendar. There's a bazillion ways to fill your seminars. But yeah, those are just a few.
Love it. Love it. So we're getting a lot of questions. So let's just go through them, right?
Let's go through them.
All right. So Sonia is asking, do you always do them in your area or do you travel for these events?
So Sonia, I have always done the small seminars in my local area, but there's no reason you can't travel somewhere else to do them. I've had students do that as well. I haven't personally done that, but yeah, you absolutely can do that. All you have to do is you have to find a venue, okay, that can hold about 10 people, maybe 12, you know, if you want to kind of go gangbusters. It could be a conference room or a shared space, co-working space. Find a place that you can do some box lunches with and start filling the seminar. That's really just as easy as it gets.
I love it. Work smarter, not harder, right? Peter is asking, I like this question. Do you say there's a pitch at the end or do you pitch them or do you advocate no pitch? Basically, how do you pre-frame everybody at the event?
Yeah. So I learned this from Jeff Walker, okay, in his product launch formula. So he does a thing called the shot over the bow. And that's exactly what I do. So at the small seminar, when everybody's gotten seated and you're ready to go, have everybody go around and introduce themselves. Okay. And then here's what I do. Very nonchalantly, very natural, very authentic. I say, okay, everyone, I've had a few people already ask me if I do Facebook ads for plumbers, if that's a service that I offer. And the answer is yes. If it's okay, what I'm going to do right before we break for lunch is I'm going to take just a few minutes and tell you more about what I do. If it's a fit for you, and you want some help, wonderful. If not, it's completely okay. You're going to learn everything you need to know here in this event. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, that's exactly what you do. Then that gives you permission to pitch, and it doesn't, completely surprise people. You always want to do that because you don't want people to be like, wait a minute, now she's pitching. What? That's not a good experience for people. So you do the shot over the bow in the morning, and then whenever you're going to make your pitch, you say, okay, everyone, so we're about to break for lunch, or we're about to break for a potty break or whatever. And earlier this morning, I mentioned that I'm just going to tell everybody a little more about what I do. And that's when you pitch. Your pitch should be no more than about 10 minutes, maybe 15 maximum, that amount. About 10 to 12 minutes is enough. And if you can't make your pitch in that amount of time, it's way too long, way too convoluted. So you tell everybody about your pitch and everything, and then you break. And if they want to sign up, there is a deadline. They have to sign up at the event to get all the bonuses and everything. If they wait, that's fine. And I tell everybody, it's okay if you don't sign up today, we'll be around, but please understand this fee goes away, the bonuses go away, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how I do it. And it works.
That's smooth. That's lovely. I love it. So I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't take action right then and there. There are a lot of people that do. Sure. But the people who reach back out to you, let's say a few days or maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, and they say, hey, I want to join, but I want that deal. How do you lead that conversation?
No, I've had that. When I signed the 26 clients in 48 hours, and then we had 38 clients within just a few weeks of that event. Yeah, I had doctors. So my niche is doctors. So I had doctors say, Jeanna, we heard about the event. We heard that you spoke, heard that you had a special offer. Steve, my buddy, said blah, blah, blah. So we want to sign up too. Okay, that's great, Dr. Smith, but understand it's not the same fee that Steve signed up for, right? You got to be okay with that. And 9 times out of 10, Andrew, they were fine with it. The ones who are chuckleheads, I'll just say it that way, the ones who are chuckleheads and want the same thing, you have to say no, because you're making a special offer. You're telling people, hey, if you don't sign up on the spot, this goes away. You have to honor that, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you're charging them just a little more, maybe $200, $500 more, whatever it is, you still have to. You can't give the same thing. You just can't.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you, with the small seminars, I've been doing this quite a while, so I'm pretty darn good at it. I usually have a very high close rate, 70 to 80%. The one where I had 6 doctors in a room and I signed 3 of them, that was actually a bad weekend for me. I was sick as a dog and I didn't do very well on my pitch, but I still signed 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
From 73,000. So when you structure this correctly, when you pitch the right way and the way that I teach, you can have really phenomenal results.
That's amazing. So if somebody's has never pitched on stage before or ran a seminar and they're a little nervous, they're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can pitch from stage. What do you tell them?
So, if you're nervous, if the thought of this kind of makes you want to pee your pants, let's be honest, right? Or throw up, it's okay. The more you do it, the better you'll get. So the first thing I would say is don't start with the trade show. Start with your own small seminar because it's smaller numbers. It's just a half day or maybe a full day. It's more manageable. And I tell my students, Andrew, the thing you have to understand is when you do it this way, It's a very natural process. It's not and sorry to use this term, it's not a used car salesman, right? We have this vision of really high pressure used car salesman, right? It's not like that. It's not like that. You're teaching your knowledge and expertise. You're just teaching what you know. And then you're very simply telling people what you do. If they want help, here's the special fee. And then I always recommend adding at least 3 bonuses to it if they sign up right then and there. And people are always like, well, what bonuses? Okay, let me give you an example. So let's say that you do Facebook ads. You could do an email follow-up, right? That's pretty easy to plug in and offer. A lot of people do a bot template. So if you're doing ads, you could do an automated bot. A lot of people will do maybe a landing page, so maybe push them to a ClickFunnels landing page template that maybe you've done. There's all kinds of things that you can add to it to make it irresistible. And again, don't think of it as I'm going to sell them. Think of it as I'm going to teach really fantastic info, and I'm going to tell them how they can work with me if it's a fit. That's all you're doing.
I love it. Love it. Sarah here is asking, why would I sign up for the course if you just taught them everything for $97? Why would they sign up for the course or the coaching program if you taught everything in the seminar for $97?
Right. So you're not going to be able to teach everything. Let's be honest. You're not in a half day, in a 4-hour day with your breaks, your lunch. You're probably at 3 hours of content, maybe 3.5 hours. You're not going to be able to teach them everything. And again, it's a great question, but it's a little bit of head trash that, oh my gosh, I'm going to teach them all this. They're not going to sign up. You're going to teach them everything you can to be able to get value from the event and implement things on their own. People will still want more. People will still want your help, because even though you're teaching them this, they're busy, or they don't want to do this, or they're not techie, or it's like, hey, she taught great stuff. I can do this. I don't have time. I don't want to do this. So you are going to still have people sign up. I promise. I used to have the same head trash. I did when I started. I'm like, I can't do it. It's BS. Let it go. Drop it. I promise. I promise they will sign up.
I love head trash. I might steal that. It's so good.
You can steal it. It's all right.
This is amazing, and I've learned so much from this interview. I am super curious about Clients in Bulk, your program. And I shouldn't say this on the live, but I'm actually thinking about joining. But so can you?
The water's very warm. It's okay. It's a wonderful community. Come on in.
Oh God. Can you tell us a little bit about Clients in Bulk and what you do?
Sure. So there are 3 strategies for signing all your clients at one time. And it's the concept I was telling Andrew before we went live. It's the concept of, think about, you go to Costco and you buy a whole bunch of paper towels, right, in bulk, because you don't want to buy paper towels for the rest of the year. It's the same concept. It's learning how to sign up all of your clients at one time in a day or a weekend, or maybe a couple of weekends, and then you're done. Okay. No more this onesie twosies, doing all this stuff and maybe getting a client here and a client there. It's about signing up things at one time. So there's 3 strategies that we teach. It's the niche specific conferences and trade shows where you would buy a booth and exhibit, maybe speak on stage, maybe not. There's lots of strategies for getting people to your booth, even if you don't speak. Number 2 strategy is your own small seminars. I call it small seminar success, and it's how to do those the right way. I even in there have my pitch, so my full pitch slides, everything for selling the $30,000 coaching program. Students get that. And then the 3rd strategy are local leads groups and referral groups, such as BNI, such as Chambers of Commerce. So those are the 3 strategies that I've used to build my agency. And, I'm about a $700,000 a year agency, around, 675, 700. And these are the strategies that I've used to do that.
That's amazing. What are some of the results that your clients have got or have obtained in clients in bulk?
So I've got people in the 75K club, the 50K club, the 35K club, the 25K club. We just finished a challenge. We just did a small seminar success challenge. One student made $14,000 in one day. Another student, brand spanking new to this. This is really cool. So going back to I don't know if I can pitch, I've never done this before. So we did a challenge, and one student, he only had 2 people register for his seminar. And I'm like, you're still doing it. He's like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, you're still doing it. The day before, one canceled. So he literally had a small seminar with one person. Okay. He sold them. He made like $5,000 right on the spot. And I think it'll be like 10 or 15, something like that. I don't have it right in front of me, but with one person in the room. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm hooked. It's great. And I'm like, yes, see, you've never done this before. Now you know it works. Now you can make it better. So
that is amazing. And Cheryl here is saying, do your business a favor and get clients in bulk. And Cheryl's actually in my group growth and monetization blueprint.
Yeah, Cheryl is one of my rock star students. She actually just hit the 50K club gave her trophy this past weekend. So yeah, Cheryl is killing it. And Cheryl is actually who I was talking about for the cold email strategy for filling her small seminars. So she works with real estate agents. She does a cool, really, really cool cold email strategy. And she's been killing it. So she went from like 0 to 50,000 just with like 3 or 4 small seminars. So
sure, that's amazing. Yeah, Cheryl's a rock star. Ooh, I like this question, and I want to hear your answer. Okay. Can't you just do webinars?
Sure, but so here's the thing. Here's a pop quiz for everyone. What is the #1 highest converting sales method on the planet? What is the #1 highest converting sales method on the planet? Anybody know? Andrew, do you know? Pop quiz.
In-person sales?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. So it's face-to-face selling.
Yes.
No other sales method converts like face-to-face. So yeah, you can do webinars, and you can do, if you do automated, you're going to get a 1 to 2% conversion rate. If it's live and you're good, you may get a 10, 20, 30% conversion rate. Okay. But face-to-face, nothing else comes close. Again, I'm talking about selling done for you services. Face-to-face through either a trade show, small seminar, local leads networking group. So signing up 26 clients in 48 hours on a webinar for a done for you package, that's hard to do. Doing it at a trade show where they get to know, like, and trust me and talk to me, it's a lot easier.
I'll take it. Danielle has a question here for you. With everybody wanting to tape things these days on their phone, do you say something up front asking them for no taping?
I mean, you can if you want to. I do recommend, if you have the budget, hire a video person to video your small seminar. And that way, I have a strategy in the course for how to get testimonials. And basically, you give them the recording if they give you a testimonial about how great and wonderful the event was. If people want to record it, they're going to record it, even if you tell them not to, even if you make them sign something. The easiest way is just say, everybody, look, I know you're going to pull this out. I know you're going to, tape some things and whatever. Can you please not do that? And I'm going to tell you how to get the recordings of this event at the end of the day. So you'll have it. You don't have to record it. That usually helps, and that usually fixes it.
Love it. You have an answer for everything. This is amazing.
It's what I do, Andrew. It's what I do. So.
I know, you're the expert. If you guys have any more questions, drop them down below. We will get them all answered for you. So if somebody is running their very first seminar, a small seminar. What if, so let's say I'm nervous and nobody buys at the end. Have you heard of anybody where that has happened?
So it usually does not happen. It has never happened to me. If it does happen, I can probably diagnose. There's a couple of things that may have gone on. Number one is you may not have structured the seminar properly with good teaching versus, kind of getting ready for your pitch. Another thing, it could be the pitch was not good. Maybe it was convoluted. Remember, I said earlier, a confused mind always says no. So there's a very specific way that you pitch. There's a very specific way that you structure the offer where it needs to be just very simple and easy to understand and make people think, wow, I would be crazy not to do this. So it could happen. It shouldn't happen.
Probably not with your help. And if you want those templates, how to structure your offer, exactly how to do it, #templates down below, and we'll get those over to you. And so when you're on stage, are there some certain things you like to say that increase conversions? Are there certain points you like to hit? When you're up on stage, what are those things that you like to bring up?
So are you talking about at a trade show or an event where you get to pitch on stage? Okay. So there's a couple of things. So if you're talking for, say, an hour, like you're doing a presentation, and maybe you can't blatantly pitch, there's a strategy that you can do for that. And remind me, and I'll tell you that one.
Okay.
If you are up on stage and you can give like a 10 to a 15-minute talk, that's a pitch. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to structure that type of a pitch of, here's the mistakes that you're making. Here's how life can be when those mistakes are fixed. And here's what you need to do next. So I'll repeat that. Pretend you're on stage at a big conference, big trade show. You have 10 to 15 minutes to pitch, okay? Here are the mistakes you're making. Here's how life can be when they're fixed. Here's what you need to do next, okay? So plumbers, hey, plumbers, chances are you've tried Facebook ads before, right? Absolutely, and you've gotten burned. You've wasted money. They don't work. The leads are bad. They suck, right? Well, I want you to imagine actually being able to do Facebook ads for your plumbing service that actually work, that bring you steady stream of leads every single day and every single week and every single month. And they're actually good leads. They're not cold leads. They're warmed up leads. Well, here's how we make this happen. And you go into, here's what they need to do. Here's the results, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you don't have results, you talk about what the results can be. Okay. Then you make your pitch, et cetera. So that's how to do it when you're actually pitching. You have about 10 to 15 minutes on stage. If you're talking at an event, if you're teaching at an event, like for an hour and you can't pitch. So a great example, Andrew, you saw me last year speak on stage for about an hour at Dan Henry's ad con. So it was all content. I could not pitch. None of the speakers could pitch. What I do in this situation is my slides hack. Okay. So and you may remember this, at the very, very beginning, I have a slide that I say, everybody take out your phone and text this keyword to 555-1234. When you do that, I'm going to give you all of the slides that you're going to see in my presentation. So that way you can just listen to me. You don't have to take notes. You're going to have all of the slides. Okay. Then I get in and I teach, and I do that same thing at the very, very end. Then when they text and they get the slides, of course, I give them the slides, but I also have my pitch and offer as the first slide, in the middle, and at the end. And you'll make sales that way.
I love it. And you teach that text trick in Clients in Bulk, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
We have a few more questions here, guys. If you have questions, drop them down below. Sonia is asking when they sign up at the event, do they give all the information right? Do you give them all the information right then and there, or some kind of after seminar payment follow-up? So they pay right then and there, right? You get their credit card and all that.
Yeah. So if you look at my website, you're going to see I have all these photos of me holding up all these sign-up sheets. Okay, I do paper sign-up sheets, and the templates that I'm giving everybody, it's these. Okay, it's all these sign-up sheets. So what you want is you want to hand out the sign-up sheet. They put their name, credit card info, everything right then and there. It's essentially a mini contract. And if you're doing payments, the first payment is charged right then and there. So then, you have however many. So like, for instance, the 26 clients in 48 hours, that was a 3-month program that I pitched, and it was 3 equal monthly payments of, I think it was $22.75, something like that. So first payment was charged right then and there that evening. So I went upstairs to my hotel and charged everybody. And then second payment was 30 days later, third payment 30 days later. So that's what I do. So you always want to have people actually sign up right then and there with their credit card info, let them know first payment or whole payment or whatever will be charged today. Hope that answered.
So the added benefit of this is that you actually get to charge their credit cards. And that's got to feel good. Like, you're helping so many people. You're making so much money from these events. Just go up to your hotel room and just
charging. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
That is amazing.
Yep.
I don't see any more questions here. So my final question for you, Jeanna, is what does 2019 look like for you? What are your big initiatives? Who are you trying to help? And where's 2019 taking you?
So yeah, 2019 I'm very, very excited. I'm really looking forward to helping a lot of people, a lot of agencies, a lot of small business owners learn how to sign clients in bulk. For my agency, the way that I'm filling my agency are these small seminars. I'm really, really doing a lot of these this next year. You don't have to do a lot, but I'm doing a lot because I just want to blow it up. You can have success with 2 or 3 of these. So not a big deal at all, but yeah, looking very forward to 2019 and seeing what it has to offer. So.
Amazing. I love it. Guys, if you got an immense amount of value from this interview, like I did, hashtag clients in bulk down below. And also smash the fuck out of that heart button and that like button. Give us some thumbs up. Get that head trash out of your mind. Jeanna Pool just dropped some knowledge bombs on us. So Jeanna, thank you so much for being here. This was absolutely amazing.
You're welcome, Andrew. And yeah, I'll get you the templates and you distribute them however you do. So thanks everybody. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks.